Hi, I'm Allison Lange, and I am the fitness instructor for today, and I will be teaching you standing strength. So for this class, you'll need possibly your Versa Loop, which you should find on your chair. You'll also need your TheraBand, a long red one, and you'll need your pair of weights, which you can see I have down here, and a cushion or two for when we do our sit-to-stands. Have those nearby and ready as well. Okay, once you have your weights, whatever size weight they are for you, we're gonna go ahead and start our warm-up. So let's go ahead and stand behind our chair, holding on, and we're gonna start with our quick feet. So with this, just a light jog, if you will, through the redwood forest. You wanna make sure you're either holding on with one hand, if you feel comfortable enough, two hands. If you're not quite comfortable, getting the foot off the floor all the way, both of them. Just doing our quick feet in place, in place. Remembering to breathe. Breathing, breathing, breathing. All right, let's go ahead and pause, and we'll start one leg off to the side. One leg at a time, holding onto the chair with both hands this time, never letting go. Both hands, not pushing down into the chair, but standing tall, side kicks, one at a time. Breathing. All right, next little warm up is gonna be bringing your heels to your butt. Heels to the butt. Again, holding on with two hands, never letting go. Bringing those heels to the butt, that's the direction you wanna go. Standing up nice and tall, trying not to lean over when you're doing this one. Nice and tall, looking forward with those chins up and eyes forward. All right, next warm-up exercise is going to be heel raises and toe raises. With the heel raises, you want to make sure you're standing up nice and tall. You're not going to be leaning forward, pushing into the chair in order to raise your heels. You want to stand up nice and tall, bringing the head to the ceiling. Okay, and then with the toe raises, you still want to keep that body nice and tall. You shouldn't feel like you have to rock backwards. And most importantly, you don't want to pull back on the chair because the chair isn't as secure as you may think it is. Don't pull back. Okay, nice and tall when you're lifting those toes up without kicking the hips back. Keep your butt in and hips forward when you're raising the toes. So that's heel raises, toe raises, heel raise, toe raise. Looking forward, staying tall, keeping that butt in. Good. Doing the best we can at not kicking our hips back, nice and tall. Good. Next one will be stepping back from the chair, opening up our feet, still standing up nice and tall. We're gonna raise our hands above our heads as high as we can go. When we lower down, we're gonna go as low as we can to the floor, either touching the floor or our toes. So up high, down low. Call this the high, low. With this, you go as low as you can. If the knees bother you and you can't go too low, then don't go that low. But you definitely want to take your butt with you. You don't want to keep your butt high and then try to bend from there. So just like you would if you were sitting in a chair, bringing those hands up high, taking them down low. As low as you can go so that you don't experience any pain and hopefully discomfort. High and low. Good, after this, we're gonna stand up tall. We're gonna sidestep and tap, sidestep and tap. Make sure that that foot feels secure on the floor before you bring the other one in for the tap. You can go as small as you'd like. That's a little easier. Or you can go bigger steps if you're comfortable. If you need to hold on to the chair, you can with 2 hands or 1 hand. 2 hands or 1 hand, or no hands, whichever works for you. Still standing tall, just a quick side step and tap. Good. All right, now you're gonna step back from the chair. You can still be close to it a little bit if you need to, but this one we're gonna go arm circles backwards. You can go big if your arms and shoulders will allow you, or you can do smaller ones, keeping those hands and arms a little lower. Or you can kind of alternate between the 2, big arm circles and then little ones. Big arm circles and then little ones. Or again, just staying with the littles or the big. All right. Okay. Now, after that, we're gonna go ahead and grab our weights. So with this one, you're gonna stand behind your chair and we're gonna do alternating arm curls and presses. So you're gonna stand with our feet hip width apart, away from the chair. So if we're doing alternating and you need to hold on to the chair with one arm, you can when the other one does the curl and the press. Or if you are good to stand off from the chair without holding on, you're gonna alternate with arm curl, bringing the dumbbell to the shoulder and punching up to the sky. Alternating. So now that's my left arm. So with this, we're gonna do about 10, so that's 3 and 4. Again, you wanna make sure that when you go up in the air, you are not bringing that shoulder to your ear, and the arm is getting as straight as it can, up hopefully by the ear, if you have that range of motion. Okay, so 2 more, 1 on each side. Good, lowering down after this. Now we're gonna go ahead and do 2 at a time instead of 1 at a time. So that's 2 for the curl, 2 up above. Bringing them down to the shoulders, lowering them at your sides. To the shoulders, up high, back to the shoulders, down low. We're gonna do 10 of those, so this is 3. Again, you wanna go ahead and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Getting those arms as straight as you can, up into the sky, by the ears if possible. Good, 5 more. That's 5. Good, that's 4. And you don't want to rock your body either. You want to try to keep this body nice and still. It's gonna be 2 and 1 more time. All the way down. Good, all right, so put those weights down. You can either put them on the chair or off to the side, doesn't matter. Okay, now we are going to go to the wall. We're gonna do our mountain climbers. So with that one, you are gonna put your 2 hands on the wall, about shoulder width apart, palms flat on the wall, fingers are gonna be spread. You're gonna walk your feet back a little so that you have a little bit of a lean into that wall. Try not to dip your hips down. You wanna keep that whole body nice and straight. You always wanna look between the palms. And with the mountain climbers, you're gonna bring your knee to the elbow on the same side, 1 at a time. Driving that knee up to the elbow, 1 at a time. All right, we're gonna do about 20 of these. Right now, that's about to be 10, so we got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good. Last 2, all right. So now after we did that nice and smoothly, I like to speed it up and try to go as fast as we can just to get the heart rate up. So with that, you're gonna go ahead and get back into that starting position. So instead of getting those knees up nice and high, we're gonna try to do that, but we're just gonna pick it up the speed. Pick up the speed. Good, good. Keep going. I usually count down from 10, so here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna take it back down to casual lifts. Casual lifts. Casual lifting, nice and easy, like we did in the beginning. Make sure you're breathing, keeping your heads up, chins up. Stop at any time you feel necessary. Good. All right, one more time, 10 seconds as fast as you can. When I say go, ready? Go, quick, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, heads up, chins up, 3, 2, and stop. Good, walk your feet back forward. Pausing, taking a break. Inhale and exhale. And if you need to sit down for a second, you can in order to catch your breath. But if you sit down, we will be standing back up again. So up to you if you want to sit down in that chair and then stand back up again, or you can stay standing. It's up to you, but we're inhaling and exhaling. In through your nose, out through the mouth. Filling up those balloons. And then blowing out the birthday candles. Good. All right, so our arms might be a little tired. Our legs are definitely going to be tired, so we're going to go ahead and move into an arm exercise. This one is going to be our band pull aparts. So you're going to want your long red band. You're going to step back from your chair. You're going to keep your feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall, arms out in front of you. Palms are going to be facing down. You're going to pull that band until you get that pinch in the upper back, bringing it forward. So pull for the pinch, coming back in front of you. You're going to try to keep the band at your chest height. If your arms are a little tired, you can bring it down a little lower and still get that pinch in the upper back. 5 more should be 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, so now we'll take that band down and relax for a second. On the next exercise, we're gonna do above our head for a pull apart, and then we're gonna go back to the one across our chest. So with that, you want to be a little bit either off to the side, or you can be behind your chair. You might just have to scoot back a little bit so your hands don't hit the chair. So we're going to be in front. We're going to raise that band up high. You're going to pull that band, whether it hits the top of your head or it can go behind your head, whatever the arms and shoulders will allow you to do. You're going to do that. You're going to bring it back in front, and then you're going to do that pull apart across the chest. So up high, pull, without lowering your chin on that one, and then across your chest. Good, so up high, don't lower your chin in order to get the band behind your head. What you're gonna do is just keep the head in its position, do whatever the arms and shoulders will allow you, and then go back across the chest. Up, pull, good. In front of you, pulling for that pinch. Breathing. Good. In front of you for that pull apart. Up above. Good. And then the last one will be right now or across the chest. And then you can relax because I am sure our arms are tired. Okay. Now we will go ahead and have a seat because with every class that we do a set of 10 sit-to-stands. So if you don't need a cushion, you can do your sit-to-stands without. However, if you do use your arms to help you up, you might want to try using more cushions if you need to. You might find that you actually don't have to use your arms to get you up, that you can simply do lean forward and push through the feet a lot easier with 2 cushions. So I'll add those in just to show you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do those sit-to-stands now without the hands. So if you need your cushion, put it underneath you, and if you don't, then don't. Remove your cushion if you have it. So we're gonna go ahead and do our sit-to-stands, standing up nice and tall, sitting down as softly as you can. Try not to push on your thighs in order to get you up. You can just put your hands at your sides. If you really want to make it a little harder, you can put the hands on your chest, crossing in like a mummy. Or you can just put them at your sides. Or if you need, you could use your arms. But eventually, we'll try to do these 10 without our hands. Standing up nice and tall, sitting down softly. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and last 1. All right, so after that, we will take a break. Sitting down, make sure you're sitting all the way back. And we'll do our inhales again, so breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, fill up the balloons and blow out the birthday candles. Good. All right. So if we're ready, we're going to stand back behind our chairs, and you will need your weights this time, so make sure you grab those weights. Okay, so now we're going to stand behind our chair. Okay, we're going to do our arms forward, to the side, and back. So you may need to be in behind your chair, you may need to be off to the side in order to have some room. So with that, you're gonna go ahead and put those palms facing backwards, okay? Holding onto the dumbbells. You're gonna do 2 arms in front of you, lowering down. You're gonna have the palms then facing inside as you raise them out to the sides. Then you're gonna have the palms facing backwards as you go backwards. So I like to call this Frankenstein when the 2 hands come up. Then a plane off to the side, and just arms backwards. So keep going, Frankenstein, fly like a plane, and then backwards. Again, you want to be standing up nice and tall. Don't bring the arms any higher than the shoulder height. If you get tired, you can go ahead and just don't don't raise them as high. So you can take them a little lower. Okay, always breathing, always exhaling. Try to get about 8 of these in. Seems to be enough, 8. Good. Back. Keeping the heads up. After this, we got 2 more. So arms in front, plane to the side. Make sure the palms are back, facing backwards when you go back behind you. In front of you for Frankenstein, plane to the side, and turn the palms backwards and push them back. Let's do one more, just making sure. Forward, side. Very good. All right, you can go ahead and put the weights down now. Okay, our next exercise, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the wall. This time I want you to put your backs on the wall. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put our palms on the wall. If you have it so that your head can hit the wall, that's good. So you want your upper back on the wall, head on the wall, and palms on the wall. Then you're gonna go ahead and walk your feet forward, okay? You wanna make sure that they're hip width apart. You wanna make sure that you go ahead and keep that upper back on the wall. Your butt's gonna be on the wall right now, and then the palms are flat on the wall. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift our hips forward, taking our butt off the wall, keeping our heads and our chins up, and then you're gonna lower back down. So you might find that with your feet backwards, you kind of just stand there and do small little hip thrusts. So you wanna make sure the feet are as forward as you feel comfortable with. Okay, but the more forward the feet are, the greater the distance between the wall and that lift, so the harder it's gonna be. But always making sure that the palms are on the wall, the upper back is on the wall. If you can get the head to be on the wall, that's good. The butt stays on the wall, and then you're gonna just push those hips forward, and then lowering down. Pushing the hips forward, and lowering down. Try not to tuck the chin into the chest when you do this. This is called the bridging, wall bridging. Good. Okay, now as you lower back down, we're gonna go ahead and squeeze at the top, your butt cheeks. So when you lift your hips up, you're gonna squeeze your butt, you're gonna unsqueeze, and you're gonna lower down. So hips forward, squeeze, unsqueeze, and lower down. Hips forward, squeeze, unsqueeze, and lower down. Good, we're gonna do 10 of those, and that's about 4. So as you lower down and come up, this will be 5, squeeze, unsqueeze, and lower down. We got 5 more. Don't forget to squeeze those glutes. Keep the palms on the wall. This will be 4. You got 3 more. 3. Up for 2. Don't forget to squeeze. Last time. Good, and lower down. That was the last one. So before you get off the wall, you want to walk your feet back up to the wall, so then you're standing on the wall, and then you can go ahead. We're gonna turn around now, and we're gonna do wall push-ups. So similar to the mountain climbers in the beginning, you want to kind of lean into that wall. Palms are gonna be flat on the wall, fingers spread. You want to make sure that you are no wider, hopefully, than your shoulder width. Okay, so shoulder width apart with those hands. Leaning into the wall. The further you lean, the harder it is. The closer you get, the easier it is. So when you do it though, you just want to make sure you're not bending in your hips, okay, and kind of curving like a C. You want to be nice and straight, like a board. And you want to go ahead and lower down through the elbows, pushing through the palms, straightening back up. Always keeping your head forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and do about 12 of these. Here we go. 1, 2, 5 for me. Keep your heads up and chins up. Good, that's 10 down right here. You got 2 more. and 12 should be all. Before you come off the wall, go ahead and walk your feet forward. Then you can relax and kind of shake out the arms. Okay, so now we're gonna wrap it up and we're gonna have a seat and we're actually gonna stretch our legs. So you're gonna go ahead and sit with your butts all the way back in the chair. You're gonna bring your right leg over the left leg. If you can't get your leg up like this, you're gonna go ahead and cross your legs. Or if you can't do that, you're gonna go ahead and cross your ankles. So we're gonna bring it up if you can. We're gonna drive the knee down first. Then if you need a little bit more so you can feel it in your hip over here, you're gonna go ahead and push. But you need to relax the shoulders, keeping your head looking forward and always breathing through your exercise. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds. Good, and then now you're gonna take that same knee, you're gonna drive it to the opposite shoulder by hugging the outside of the knee, drawing it in, sitting tall, looking straight ahead, shoulders down. Breathing, 10-second hold. Good, and we're gonna switch it. So you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, make sure that your butt is all the way back in that chair, tailbone all the way back, bringing that leg up. Again, if you can't do this, go ahead and cross your legs or cross your ankles. Try to bring it up all the way. First, drive the knee down. Then you can go ahead and push if you need to. Shoulders are relaxed. Heads are forward, and you're gonna hold that for 10 seconds while you breathe. Good, now same thing, drawing that knee to the opposite shoulder. So left knee to right shoulder, hugging it from the outside, holding it. Not leaning over to one side, shoulders are down, breathing, 10-second hold. Good, and lower down that leg. Next thing would be, you're gonna go ahead and place 2 hands on that left armrest. If you can, you can go ahead and put 1 hand on the back of the chair, but 2 hands on the armrest is just fine. Shoulders are gonna be down. You're not gonna move your hips. You're gonna keep your hips and your knees facing forward. Hold the armrest and twist into the left direction, bringing out that spine, looking to that left and holding, breathing, 10 seconds. Good, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the other side. 2 hands on the right armrest. Again, shoulders staying down, twisting, bringing out the spine, and looking into that right direction. 10-second holding. And releasing. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead and draw those arms out big and wide, opening it up, receiving the biggest hug you can. Now you're gonna give yourself a big hug. You're gonna bring your hands across your body, crossing your arms, grabbing yourself, big hug and squeeze. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing, and then opening up those arms, big, 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 big. This time when you go and cross your arms across in front of you, you're gonna switch which arm was on top. Give yourself a big hug again and squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release out of that. Go ahead and put those hands on your laps. We're gonna do shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulders up to your ears, rolling them down and back. Shoulders up to your ears, rolling them down and back. Go ahead and inhale on the up and exhale on the roll. Just about 3 more of these. That'll be around 6. Do about 6. Last one. Good, and relax. Now you're gonna sit back in that chair. You're gonna bring your feet up, rest your arms on the armrest, and let's do your wrist and ankle circles into one direction. 10 times circling. That's 5. Last one, and then we're going to switch the direction, 10 times circling. And you're still breathing in and out. 2 more circles. And feet down. Hands at your sides. We're going to inhale big, taking our hands all the way above us. Inhale, taking the hands up. Exhale, taking the hands down. 2 more breaths. Inhale, taking the hands up. And exhale. Last breath, inhale big, coming up. And an exhale, coming down. Good. All right, round of applause because that is the end of class. Thank you.